Good evening, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you tonight with another quick no box MP masterpiece quick review. I am tickled that I ordered this from TF Direct earlier on in like the first week of February, and it was not supposed to be here till actually next week. It actually arrived about a week and a half early, and now we're going to get this guy here on the reviewing platform. I want to show you the no box that it actually come in. This is what my Tigatron arrived in. It's a no box, cheaper by a great deal. I paid $90 and shipping was like $98. But this is the styrofoam packaging that came in. Inside of that, it was really well packed and taped up there. And I just kind of recycled this to have all the plastic stuff and what have you in here, and it was done up so nicely. I got an earlier quick short that shows that off. Let's actually get to the steak and potatoes of this, and or the tiger's tail of this quick review. And I'm going to start off right here with his accessories. He comes with the Rubik's Cube Megatron head that he used in that one episode there, and it's nicely painted and detailed. It's got the Pred symbol there on the crown, as you can see, and I'm not going to go do the Rubik's Cube thing right now. It's just a really nice piece. He also comes with, this is how he interacted with it in the show, he gets a set of blue eyes, and these are light piped or what have you. So there's that headpiece with the Maximal symbol there. Here is the connecting cord to doing any of the cyber stuff that you see in the show. This piece is really awesome, and that's how he connects to do the Rubik's Cube Virtua stuff in the season 1. Season 1 there. And here's another face that he comes with, and this is how he normally has his eyes, and it's also light piped right there. He has a couple of more emotion faces that you can switch out depending on how you pose them, however you want them. I like the default face most, but it's nice that they do send all these options. And he also comes with his wrist mounted rockets. And the whole thing is 2 pieces, separate pieces, and this little assembly to get Tigatron into those nicer poses there. As you can see him, we're going to get that going around in a circle here and let you see how pretty, even for the no box, I mean, and it is a KO, how pretty this did turn out still. And the whiskers I had to like finagle and do some stuff with to get them to where I liked it better. And it's just basically one string all the way pulled through. I had to do there. The eyes do have the swap feature and what have you. And of course this bracket is also, it's all loose in the box, but I got it all put together there to kind of give you that pouncing pose or whatever. You still got the ugly bits here in the back, and you got some teal popping through there from the robot mode. These Beast Force figures, this is not bad for a Masterpiece Beast Force, and it does a semi-good job of trying to make it more beast than it is showing the robot bits. The Beast Wars have always had that kind of thing going on since the G1 Beast Wars figures had that same kind of issue. And there again, we got right here, real quick, we have that Tigatron. Let me back it off just a little bit more so we can get them all in here in the frame together. So there's what I'm talking about. This is way better than this from back in the original release and or the just newly released vintage release. And then there's Tony the Tigatron, and of course Big Cat from Kingdom right here, just kind of showing it off there. And like I said, it's a tiger's tail, and this one obviously has better articulation than these, but it's still limited by what you can do with a beast mode. His mouth will articulate. His head can do some other moves besides these stagnant posed heads with the other retail releases. But that's about going to do it for the catbot mode. He has a fairly involved process, so I'm going to do that off camera here and get him and get these guys in the robot mode and give you some final thoughts. I highly suggest the no box option for. And the tail is way more articulated. I wish that the retail versions would have done a number like that, but this is after the fact. It's going to look nice on my Beast Wars shelf in robot mode. And speaking of robot mode, let's get him a Tigatron Maximize. And here is Tigatron all maximized out into his robot mode. The peg stand thing, it doesn't really do anything, but for the kitty bot mode, you have the Rubik's Cube head. Again, like I said, you got the other faces that if you do the blue one, you can use the hack stuff that he uses in that one episode, and it's good detail there. And we're just going to go around on the round table here and see him in his glory. He's got his wrist mount Tigatron cannon there, and it just looks really, really awesome. It's supposed to go on his right arm, but his right arm's already holding his blaster. You can see how this all works out on the back here, and looks really, really good, even for it to be a KO and a no box. The one thing I didn't get is the instructions at all, but that's what you got YouTube for. You can see all that stuff. You can change his eyes out by lifting up his eyebrows, and you can rotate it from the green for beast mode back into the orange for robot mode. His tail will tuck away down in there. Be very careful with it, because at some points it feels like it could break. And even these panels during the transformation, it feels really sketchy. As long as you take care of each part and you carefully watch what needs to be done, this guy is totally solid. Really do love this over Cheetor's mold. Wish Cheetor had done some of the conventions that this guy has done. One moment, please. Tigatron is just a really, really solid package, and I am glad I didn't pay $350 for this. I am totally good with doing the KO or the no box. I did the same thing with my Megatron and my Black Arachnia, and they transform and do all the same things as the regular. And I had a lot of flashings to clear off. It's like, I guess they just didn't do it. That's the reason why it's a KO. But this guy, like I said, is so totally solid. I'm going to back this view up one moment, please. I'm going to bring in a couple of other bots to kind of let you see where we've been and now where we are. There's your vintage Beast Wars Tigatron. And then you also got Tony the Tigatron right here, along with his Kingdom release. And they all look good in their own way and shape and form. I got stuck here. Let's see if we can get that off before we knock the whole thing over here. There we go. So there's the crew all together, and I got like wrist mounted Tigatron cannons for my other guys. This guy has the Guts Blaster and his Ion Pulse Cannon. This guy can have the mutant face like this, and or the regular face their way, and he didn't have mutant face at all, so that's a welcome plus. The bits and stuff are just really finicky. Be really, really careful if you decide to get this guy. He's a really solid package. And now on to some final thoughts. Thanks again for watching. We all know what curiosity does to the cat, so curiosity got me to buy it and go with the no box version just to see how it did. Like I said, they really do pack it up really nice in styrofoam, and then they take and they put like a bubble wrap kind of around that like packaging, so that your item is protected coming across the pond 7,000 miles, and everything was in order, even with it being a KO no box. I'm so glad that I did splurge and get this, because this is how I'm going to finish my Beast Wars collection. It might be KOs there, but I'm totally good with it. 350 is just a bit much, and even with all the stuff that it comes with, I just can't recommend paying that ever. And that's how I probably gotta get MP44 eventually, and the other stuff. If you're a Beast Wars fan, you definitely want to get this. And I'm going to have my Beast Wars display with them probably all in robot mode, because I just think they look so much better in robot mode. And like I said, if it wasn't for Beast Wars, I wouldn't be collecting and having all this nice stuff down here in my man cave. So with all that said and done, try to look at TF Direct, and then there's also Sir Toys and a couple other places that do this no box options and or the KOs to save you a few bucks on it and whatnot. The build is still good on it. I really do like the way the paint and everything does on it. These little things kind of hung up when I watched him goes video review, his Just Transform It. It looks like his slid a little easier, but I mean, there's some concessions that you're going to take when you do get the KO knockoff. All that said and done, if you're a fan of Tigatron, you can't go wrong with this guy. He is just so awesome, and I'm so glad that I am not spending all that money on something that could easily break like it did in MGO's. MGO's tail broke on his, so I'm going to get this guy in a safe spot, have it on a shelf, and do a future shelf Sunday and or a updated man cave, and show off all my Beast Wars stuff. I really just love that light piping. That is just really, really awesome there. As you look in on this face, it just looks really great. Thanks again for watching. You guys make sure to smash that like button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Help me continue to grow it. And thanks again for watching. Y'all have an excellent, safe week out there. Till all are one.